Hi there, how is everyone doing? It's been a while. I haven't posted in like a week. Well, it's not that long, but still, because we're supposed to meet every week. So, I'm back with two stories. Yeah, two story times. Oh my god. Things that happened this week. Not even like a long time ago, no, just this week. On Monday and Tuesday. Yeah, a good one and a bad one, but no teasing. I'm not type of I'm not the type of person who teases people and then oh my god. So since spring or summer, I keep like, I don't know, my nose hurts, and I don't know, I don't have allergies usually, I don't have them, but this year I don't know, something is wrong. But anyway, yeah, so if my eyes are getting kind of red or teary, or yeah, bear with me. Anyway, how have you been doing? I hope you've been doing amazing. I've been doing fine, honestly. Oh my god, I've been doing so well. I've been traveling like every week for the last 5 weeks. Anyway, let's start with the stories. On Monday, I had an exam. I was supposed to have an exam, and the thing is, that exam was like a second chance because it's a test that I failed last year. Oh my god, sorry for the for the noise in the background. I didn't take my microphone. Oh, it's right there. I could actually use it, but nah, it's okay. It's life. There is noise. Let's just keep it natural. Anyway, so yeah, I just showed you the bad side. So this is also one of the things that I've been going through. Pimples on this side. Usually I have zero pimples on my cheeks, but anyway, it's fine. I'll explain everything. Yeah, so it's a test that I failed between September and December. So it was such an easy test. It was so easy, but because I'm the type of person who doesn't, I don't know, I've never been that person who studies like a lot, like I've always had, I don't know how I've managed to just, make my way through life. Not studying that much. Like, I'm not the type of person you find in a library or anything. Sometimes, like, even when I was doing my bachelor's degree, I would study like the day before the exam, or like if I had two tests, let's say I had one in the morning and one in the afternoon. Well, I would study for the one in the afternoon like at night, the night before, and I would study for the first one in the morning so that it would be fresh when I get to school. And thank God it has worked, honestly. But yeah, it doesn't always work, and that's one of the times it didn't work. Anyway, so when the teacher gave us the grades, and when I found out that I had failed, he was like, there's nothing to explain, like sometimes they try to explain to us, yeah, so you didn't get this is why you failed and stuff. But I told him honestly, I didn't study. Like, we were like, it's so easy, the only explanation is that I didn't study. Anyway, so I knew I was gonna retake that test, since because like the second chances exam have been like, they've been happening like this June. So I knew it. But guess what I was doing? I was traveling since I think May. Yeah, I was traveling, just living my life. Because guys, maybe I'm not the greatest example, which I don't think is true. I think I'm a good example of living life, because guys, life is not just about school. Life is not about school. School will be over at some point. But you need to have built other things, hobbies, like you just need to have built something else. So that's why, although I value studying, like school and stuff, that's not the only thing in life. That's why you need to be doing other things, which I do. Anyway, so I was playing around. So the second chance exam was last Monday, like this week. And I've been studying real quick because it was easy. I would study in the train. I would study while like I was with my family watching a movie. I would study, like I had a PDF on my phone. I would just read real quick. So I'm not the type of person who will like use colors and take like small paper sheets and stuff. Anyway, but I hate failing. Even though I've been playing, I get stressed when the exam is closed. So on Sunday, I went home, like I got home around 10 p.m. and then we were like, with my sister and Gemma, we were like, let's go get ice cream. And we went out, and then we came back watching a movie, and I slept around 2 or 3 a.m. I had my exam around 10 a.m. at 10:30, sorry, oh my god, English. Anyway, so I got home, And I started getting stressed. I was like, oh my god, maybe I should study now, you know, at night. Maybe I should wake up early and study. But I don't know, somehow I didn't study. So in the morning I woke up like around 7 and I left my place around 8. And on my way to uni, I received a phone call from like the chief of, you know, my master's, like yeah, the chief of my department, like my school, you get it, you know. And I picked up the phone, and she said, hey honey, did you get that you don't have to retake that test? And I was like, wow, how? I didn't know, I didn't get the information. And she said, yeah, we're sorry, like after putting everything together, like, you know, after getting all the grades and stuff, like the scores, they were like, she doesn't have to retake that. And I was like, and oh my god, I was laughing because there is this thing, like my whole life there are stupid like things that I do, and God comes through, and I'm like, Iman Iranghund. And Iranghunda is my last name, which means God loves me, you know. And I was laughing because, you know, sometimes like people are like, why don't you stress and stuff, like, you know, when it comes to those things. Like I seem to be very detached. It's because I know there is always a solution. It's like, this is not the end of the world. I don't know, I have that confidence in God, and in like, after all the life experiences that I've had, it's like, it's never the end, you know. So oh my god, that was on Monday, and I was like, the rest of the day is gonna be good. So I had to go home, you know, study from home, because that day we're like on our own, so we're just on, like, you know, on Teams, like it's like Zoom, you know, online. And I went home and I was so at peace, like so at peace. Oh my god. Okay, that's Monday. Tuesday, hey, the day I probably almost got kidnapped. So what happened on Tuesday is that I was just walking, like I came from school, and then I went to my orthodontist to, like, you know, for my, like, for a treatment, like that will come later. Does this a problem with, no, there's no problem with me. The way you speak to yourself is important. Anyway, so I was coming out of her, like my orthodontist office, and while I was walking towards like the subway train station to go home, a lady stopped me, and you know, she was young. I think she said she was 41. Yeah, I think she was, no, she told me her age. And like, you know, she was wearing a nice dress, she was clean, like there was nothing suspicious about her, like no red flag. So she stopped me and said, hey, do you have 5 minutes? And I was like, yeah, it depends. And she asked again, like, do you have 5 minutes? I was like, mm-hmm. And then she said, like, you sure? Like, you know, I was like, I have no appointment, I have nothing down, but I'm not in a hurry, I'm not in a rush. And she said, okay, so I don't know if you can help me, but I've started this new job in like in the public sector. I don't know, like government work, I think it's that. And I used to work for like a private company before, and I feel kind of bored in my new job because, you know, like there was more work in this, like, you know, in that private, like, you know, company than there is in that public one. And she was like, yeah, so I don't know, it's really, like, you know, hard. She said she had no husband, no children. So she was, you know, she was talking, and then she looked at me like, maybe you can't understand, how old are you? I said, I'm 24. And the thing is, the moment she stopped me, she put her phone in her bag, you know, like she dropped it in her bag. And behind me was a kind of bush, you know, like there were small trees behind me, so someone could hide me there, you know. So I don't know, the moment she stopped me, like, and when she started talking, I kind of felt like that's not why she's stopping you. She's stopping you for another reason, and all these questions she's asking you, and not like those personal things she's telling you, are just like to distract you, so that she can, I don't know, that's how it felt, honestly. I kept listening, but my, you know, my gut feeling was, you know, my intuition was telling me something is wrong. And I was like, oh my god, maybe it's one of those things that have been happening in France, where, like, you know, people get kidnapped, like, where, like, during the day, like, you know, there are people right there, and, you know, a car just comes. And there's a video I saw of 2 people who almost got kidnapped, and nobody was helping. Only one person tried to help. Anyway, well, yeah, so I was like, oh my god, maybe it's one of those situations. So I kept listening. When she asked me my age, I was like, oh my god, should I lie? But I don't like lying. So I told her my age. She continued, she said, yeah, oh, you're 24, maybe you cannot understand me, maybe you cannot advise me. And like in my natural state, I would have said, oh no, like doesn't mean anything, you know, because wisdom doesn't depend on your experience or on your age. Some people are wise beyond their age. I'm not trying to make myself look good or, you know, to compliment myself, you get it? But I'm just saying I could have helped although I'm young. So after saying that, oh, maybe can I help me because you're young, she repeated the same story and like started giving me details. Yeah, but you see, you know, I don't feel like I'm not stimulated enough at work, you know, and stuff. And she was repeating the same things. And I kept looking around to see if no car was coming, to see if there was nothing strange. And they were just like, you know, I saw like 2 women passing by with like, you know, their babies in strollers. And she saw me looking back, looking around, and she was like, is someone waiting for you? I said, no. And then I looked back again, you know, checking if I was safe. And she said, you know, like, you know, is anyone waiting for you? I said, yeah, my sisters. But I meant they're waiting for me at home, not they're waiting for me, like, you know, over there. And she was like, oh, okay, maybe I shouldn't keep you for long. And then after saying that, she continues again talking. I was like, nah, this is so weird. And my, like, the bad feeling that I had, telling like it was growing like strong. And I started stuttering because I was getting scared, and the woman was also starting to stutter. And I was like, And then she looked at me, what do you think about what I just told you? And I told her, well, yeah, I understand that work-life balance is important, but you cannot get everything. Like some job will offer you, like, you know, will be stimulated like mentally, but then it will not give you the life balance that you need, you know, work-life balance. And then another job will give you all the balance you need, but it will not stimulate you enough and stuff. And then I said, but well, I don't have enough experience, you know, so I cannot help you that much. And I did that, like that was my excuse to leave. I was thinking maybe she's lonely and she needs someone to talk to. But I was like, girl, nah, no empathy today. Forget about it, because my empathy has gotten me problems. I've allowed people in my life that I should have never, ever allowed, and that I would have never advised anyone to, you know. So I have really learned to not trust my, like, desire to help everyone, because you cannot save people, you know. And sometimes you will like risk your life trying to do those things. So you really need to trust your discernment. It's not just a matter of fear. Sometimes we're afraid. Yes, anyway, sometimes we avoid, like, we have trust issues, but it's out of fear. I've read somewhere like something that said, is it your fear talking or discernment? So yeah. And then as I left, and she kind of stayed at that place wondering a little, and I was walking away, and I was like, oh my. As soon as I left her, I started saying, in Jesus' name, in Jesus, because I was like, nah, that was weird. She didn't stop me just for that. I was like, in Jesus' name. I was praying, you know. And then I took the subway train in the wrong direction. So I realized that like one stop later, then I went out and took another one. And I was praying, and then I came home. I made a video. For those who follow me on TikTok and Instagram, I've shared the video. And then I saw a video of a woman talking about like people who, like, you know, how human, like, people who attack human beings, to, you know, to kidnap them or steal from them or anything, how they got so smart, like how like now they even hypnotize you. Yeah, like. And so, you know, some apparently use, like, they inject you, or like, you know, they something so that you can, you know, be. And yeah, I saw a video of a woman talking about how she got hypnotized, and then she got out of it safely because she remembered, like, you know, videos she saw. So my god, yeah. Anyway, long story short, long intro, story times and stuff. Oh my god, yeah, it's because it's been a while, so if I'm back, I have to come back with the tea. Sorry. Yeah, so now I'm going to share the vlog. In this vlog, I was at the beach again, so enjoy, and I'll see you at the end of the video. Love you all. Thank you for being here, and yeah, for connecting, for everything. Yeah, that's it. Sun is here. So now we can have a proper.
Intro
my bad. Uyu. Hey, kapan? Tunggu amaruri kwams. Yeah.
Yeah, that's where the sun is coming from, right?
Oh my god, can you kunyoneke bien? Kunyoneka na wewe.
What was kumboneka?
I think so.
Kula ngatomo
Yeah, this is perfect. This is perfect. This is perfect. Anyway, oh my god, yeah, what else? Go from.
What do you mean a go from? Did you get something you could have won from guys?
No, 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 view more concerned.
Well, that's some more just in Boman, you see them.
Yeah. Yeah, okay. Hey, the outfit. The outfit. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. That's crazy. Uh-huh. Possibility, okay? Hey. Okay, don't you go Hindi. So beach candy. This time we're not going to the beach. We're looking for a restaurant in this whole city.
Listen.
Uh-huh.
Let's go buy tacos.
Uh-huh.
And scrape out.
So this is kwa Hindi trip. Master today to get my hair, my nails done finally. Yeah. We're coming to the end of the anyway. Yeah, harizuba. Urumva? Harizuba wo. I swear. When you're doing inhalation, we're not doing another shop. Anyway, stay tuned. Mocktail. He's having mojito. We're waiting here for my payments. Quase tirar de coroca. Nails done. Anyway, I did my nails and the angle here the light wasn't good. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
How do you say dry?
Dry.
Dry.
Sec. Sec.
Sec. Sec. Sec, mais
il est sec et fruité.
Sec et fruité.
Entre les deux.
C'est le restaurant. Ok, alors on vient prendre des apéritifs. So, déjà pour moi, apéritif, mais genre jambon, tu vois, fromage, des petits trucs, les graines. Ah, tu me dis, apéritif. You know, he's more English speaking. He asked me, oh, what's apéritif? I said, you know, it's like fromage. And he looked at the waiter like, yeah, fromage. Alors, moi, ton waiter, apéritif, c'est genre comme l'entrée, non? Genre fromage et tout. Ah, tu regardes, non, c'est les boissons. Mon gars, on peut aussi faire un fromage si vous voulez. Oh my god, we look so dumb. Là, we spent like 10 minutes ordering. 15 minutes ordering, and on était mort de rire. Even the waiter was dead. Yeah, because it's good. The shapes. Ooh la la. Wow. Wow. Théma. C'est quoi ton signe astrologique? C'est quoi ton signe astrologique?
C'est quoi ce
Ton signe astrologique? Genre bélier, poisson.
Ok. Viande.
Si vous n'avez pas la ref, faut pas venir ici. Faut pas venir ici. Anyway, we should go there, take pictures a little. Again, I'm gonna put in the post. I'm going to see.
This is what I saw, but I saw it different.
Here, same thing, but not the same accompagnement. I didn't vlog that much because I was busy enjoying vacances, kind of hard. Anyway, ukumva tunanga tunaga clip mu bantu ngomba kureka era ahantu oranga bakutanye mwazenge akora film mengo tuvuge tugenda tuvuge tutambuka so ngwa
Ntibikufise amanyama bro.
Anyama yi
Tambuka tugende no.
Okay, then that's number one. Anyway, so today what did I do with my nails and at the restaurant for Heyyy oh my god. That's why I didn't vlog actually. So we're coming back to this place. If you watched the previous vlog, you remember it, Glacier Martigues, because he wanted to get his revenge because last time I won, I picked the best ice cream and he can't take it. So he wanted, Okay. No,
I mean bro, kufise amanyama n'ibiki? Tuvuye muri restaurant yacuzinze wewe cause sinabizi. Amwe muri restaurant gushi ibintu by'abazungu gusa nabuze ikintu ndya nari mukate wonyene.
Oh my god.
Nanzarira nyinshi ndatashe.
Thank God I recorded a pliage. No plug wawe shite. Urumva no twari neza. Okay, let's go. Anyway, washinda gutera inkuru mwese mwarabibonye kuri Instagram. Ukuntu napostinzaga murumva bashinda postinzaga foto kuri Instagram nambaye ikabutura jipo, murayizi ikabutura jipo, mini short skirt. Ba Jean de Dieu, ba Philippe, abantu bose tanga kumunyandikira ngo nataye murongo nataye karanga. Anyway guys, nagiye kuri postinze kwera abantu tumakwiye kwiga kumenya ikintu cyitwa kutabimenyera umuntu, kudashira umuntu muri category. Yeah, and the funny thing, abantu bakubulinga in the name of the Bible, or in the name of the church, in the name of akaranga, and you think you're better than umuntu yahenye somehow just because ufsa karanga eti umuntu umugo kanga ship ntafite ndoshamo ntanoshiramo, but just na hamwe yambwiye ngo you no way. I'm like, gira arguing umuntu
ninde.
Yeah, sarukuntu I don't know this thing with abarundi barusha muri kora bitwenga nawe. How this thing with abarundi bagusha muri kazi utikwera uvuga uko umaze kuvuga ikintu cijambo ry'Imana akasanga kiwochi you. But yeah, abantu bumva yuko they can hell mundeke namba nshaka, it's none of your businesses, Mbona byose mwumvugisha mwombaza moneko mwombaza nyine nambara. Anyway, yeah. C'était la minute réaction. Mugabo, as you can see, on a post n'indimi zose. Anyway, no musinabe, kanabereka no musi. Kanje ngamubone neza.
Yeah.
No, atashobora guheza video niyikuremo. All that to say, iyo muko muratuka umuntu muramutuka because jewe, if I cared about your opinion, I wouldn't be posting as much, Yeah.
Okay.
Anyway, so tuandanye musi. Donc, ejo we flying. Mwonyi mama Aisha. Ejo we flying back. We're going to Lille. Then we're going Belgium. Then we're going, we keep cute. So but anyway, guys, I feel like I should invite you in my brain so you could, just read everything that I'm thinking about. But it's okay. It was a long while. Okay. Anyway, yeah, that's it for today. I guess I'll see you tomorrow. Anyway, yeah. film, huh? Going back to Leo. This company, imrudushikie wapi? Hakuna kitu. Anyway. Sun is going down. So my Shayla is leaving tomorrow.
Você é mesmo?
Hold it. You're not gonna get. Yeah. Yeah.
No. Deixa eu coxar esse amiguinho.
Não é kuguara, mano. So. Tia foto wewe, you're not gonna get. Harakayaga. Oh, party. No, this guy, Nibaho, bruh.
Easy,
You
if
know
you wanna
what,
fight, you can fight.
You know what I meant? You know what I meant?
It's your man.
Fast. I'm about to whiten my teeth. For those who know, I had braces for a year, like took them off in March, so 3 months ago. And if you've worn braces or seen people, who have worn them, that teeth kind of gets yellow. Sorry. I don't know if you can see. Yeah. So I got my my set today, so I'm going to brush my teeth with the product that the orthodontist gave me. This is the thing, it comes in this. So I went today and I thought they were gonna do it there and I was just gonna walk out with white teeth, and they were like, no, it takes 15 days. So it looks like this. Yeah, and she told me to use this toothpaste. Anyway, and also guys, my face has been doing, like, it's been suffering. You see this side of my face, like my whole life I have 0 pimples here. 0, like 0. When I say 0, it's 0. I have no pimples on the cheeks. But lately, look, I have this one, I don't know. Well, these ones are, they're like, how do you call it? These are scars from like recent pimples, and I don't even open them. I don't do anything. I don't touch them. So my sister just told me it may be these braids, because I usually wear my hair like this, so that would explain why I have nothing on this side and have something on this side. So I'm gonna be tying my hair from now on, because this hairstyle is what I'm gonna keep for a long time until my hair grows back. Anyway, yeah, so I'm going to brush my teeth and wear this with the products. And let me show you the products. So the products look like this, it's kind of injections, but not really. So each one, like, let me show you. This lasts us for 3 days, they say. So let me just show the process real quick. Do you even care about seeing the process? I don't know. but am I gonna show the process anyway? I will if the video is not too long. Anyway, I think that's it. Oh my god, I've been talking too much and I love it because this feels like me. Because showing, not talking, I don't know. I feel like there's not enough connection. Anyway, and on Saturday, I'm going to an Asian concert. Guys, I'm crazy. I have exams next week, but on Saturday I'll be at Ed Sheeran's concert, and there are chances that on like Sunday I'll be at Beyonce's concert. Because God keeps, you know, like this is the problem when everything like works out fine. You get too comfortable. Now, like I'm not scared. I'm like, God did it before, He will do it again. So nawapendaga sana watu wangu. I love you so much. I'm so grateful for you, for those who connect with me, and yeah. So let's start. Yes, where am I? Anyway, so the Colgate. I didn't know about this brand, Opalescence, and that's actually like where everything I'm gonna use to whiten my teeth is coming from. So let's start. Let's open it first. Yeah, guys, how are you? I don't know. Like, how are you? Yeah, I don't know. Maybe now that I'm kind of back to my life of, you know, being just me. I've been, you know, I talk too much because when I'm busy I don't talk. Like when I'm with my family, I loved ones. Yeah. So let's go. Let's use this. Oh my god, I used too much. Yeah. So day one. Now I'm gonna do what my orthodontist told me to do. So these are what, the tooth whitening systems. So they are made like perfectly like my teeth. So what I'm gonna do is that I'm gonna take the first one. Oh my god. So to be honest, I would have preferred if my orthodontist just did it for me, because maybe it's easy, you know, I think it's easy, but the fact that they trust me to do this myself just doesn't sit right with me, but it's okay. Anyway, so he said I should break this right here. Oops, done. So this is the product, carbamide peroxide, for those who may be curious. So I should put a drop in each, you know, of the teeth spots. So let's go. Aha, Mungu wangu. Actually, it's easy. I thought it was, you know, liquid. That's why. Oh my god. Okay. To think that I'm gonna do this every day for 15 days is kind of crazy. Let's go. So the upper, the way I talk now. I'm gonna calm down. It's weird, but anyway, let's continue. Okay. Now I'm gonna Well, I'm going to sleep. I took this off in the morning. I hope it, oh my god, it doesn't, the taste, Anyway, love you all, see.
It's gonna have a nyarutse.
Okay, nizera ko mubona. Okay. Banamugiriye agakereyo. Urumva ikibazo Sharon.
Nyarutse.
Nabwiriye duke. So yanse full makeup. It's gonna take the makeup, guys. Genda kure bien. Uyu mukobwa arasharamye. So take umunwa.
Come on, it's okay. Next time if you still come down.
Shuri nyizere.
Man.
Ingo kwanza ngenda guheza. Ana bubu. I'm too close to the camera, excuse me. What does she even know about makeup? guys uno munsi imana yabikoze kandi exam yagenze neza sinari nize mbwa byagenze neza vraiment bisa neza of course iyo ntangira full makeup ho ashaka kuyiba
Senza kuyigira abasikre.
okay byose amashaka kubyigirira
Nicola.
ibisuko byanjye byashaje inabyisukiye muri nyine byashaje niko ndabuze imishatsi and as you can see it's growing aha mnako ndaba basha urasigaye nk'amfundo ibisuko kubera I told you that I was having weird pimples. My sister told me gituma. I was like makes sense. So ibisuko byanjye biri kuri ikote gusa mu maso and that's why it was unaona pretty little baby so kundirimba the buzz nikandi kwa shalom
No, mbona muri vlog yanje ibiri munsi sinza kubyerekana. Nzakwerekana hejuru gusa.
Yeah, so bantu ashanda batera inkuru. Now let me switch to English because I keep speaking Kirundi, forgetting that not everyone understands here. I'm too close to the camera. I hope it's okay like this. So guys, I have 1 week left of school and it's over. I'll get close.
Nego. Ya barakwiye.
Ngwereka abantu rero ibyiza byanje.
Ibyiza by'uburo.
Shalom.
Guys,
because
welcome to my YouTube channel. Say
No,
hi.
don't use the front camera, use the back camera.
Miss. Gusa jema numengo back camera yanje nisa neza.
We're at the end of the video. I'm sure you enjoyed it and I'll see you next time for a new vlog. Yeah. Anyway, I'm so sleepy guys. Oh my god. I don't know if you can tell. I'm tired. So I'm just gonna stop here. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. I'm sure you did. Anyway, see you. Mwah.